What's up guys, Senna OG here, back with yet another video. And in today's video, we are going to be ranking all of the new sprites in Fortnite's new season of runners. If you guys would like to support me, make sure you like, subscribe, or comment. It helps me out a lot with growing my channel. But anyways, let's get to ranking. The first sprite we are putting on this tier list is the water sprite. And honestly, I'm putting this one in B tier. The healing is okay, but it only heals you when you're in the water, which sucks because I'm not in water most of the time, nor am I gonna swim around just for some extra shield. The next sprite I'm going to rank is the fire sprite, which is getting an A tier. This sprite helps for whenever your enemy takes cover after you've hit them enough times, because the fiery burst from the sprite just keeps damaging the player, which could prevent them from healing, and can help you get the kill faster, without them running or whatnot. Overall, I would recommend rocking this sprite if you're really trying to do a lot of damage. The next sprite on this list is the Dreamy sprite, which is getting an easy S tier. As you level up this sprite, it gives you a bunch of decent loot that really gives you a high advantage. And as a bonus, if you've already mastered this sprite, it extracts itself immediately after you've hit level 5 with the sprite, so you don't have to worry about losing the sprite. The fourth sprite being ranked is the Punk sprite, which is honestly getting a D tier. I do not know what Fortnite was thinking with this one. One of the bad things about this sprite is that the description itself doesn't tell you a whole lot, but basically this sprite only does something after you've maxed it out, and that's just giving you a chance at getting infinite ammo, as if there isn't enough ammo in this game. This sprite is almost obsolete. Anyways, the fifth sprite going on this tier list is the King sprite, which is going into A tier. This sprite is good for when you want to destroy builds and when you first get into the game because of how this sprite buffs your pickaxe damage. Your damage increases with each level to the point where you can literally one-shot players. But it does a lot more damage to builds than it does your enemies. The next sprite I'm ranking is the Duck sprite, and it's going straight into F tier. Almost like the Earth sprite, this sprite heals you when you're emoting or jamming. The healing rate is buns though. I wouldn't spend most of my game emoting, and I most certainly wouldn't use my jam tracks. If I wanted to listen to music while I played Fortnite, I would go on Spotify and listen to Mac Miller or something. Next sprite, Earth sprite, no words, S tier. I'm sorry, but if you pick the water or fire sprite over this at the start of the season, you more than likely suck at this game. This sprite gives you a buff to your loot, which can help you get better guns and sprites. It's best to use this if you're looking to get really rare sprites like the 0 Point and Burnt Peanut sprite. You can also get some crazy loot at the start of the game if you land at the blue chest POIs, like the one I just landed at a few minutes ago. So having the Earth sprite is the best to getting the greatest loot in the game. The next sprite I'm ranking is the Demon sprite, which is also going into S tier. The Demon sprite gives you a siphon after you eliminated someone, which just gives you more health and shields. It's best for when you don't want to be one-shot after you've killed someone, and also just helps you use less healing items. Rock this with a couple of chug jugs, and you'll probably win the match with light work. The eighth sprite I'm ranking is the Ghost sprite. This one is kinda mid, it's going into A tier. Don't get me wrong, this is a useful sprite, it just makes you invisible whenever you reload. But at the same time, I could just build to give myself cover. And plus, it's not hard to tell when someone is invisible in this game, because they're not straight up invisible, they're more transparent. The second to last sprite I'm ranking is the Burnt Peanut sprite. From what I've heard, this one is actually good, it's going into S tier. This sprite gives you a chance to get mythic loot off of enemy players, like the limitless sliders and whatnot. This thing is like an upgraded version of the Earth sprite. The only thing I hate about this sprite is how hard it is to find. This thing is harder to find than the Midas and Vendetta floppers, even the mythic goldfish, back in chapter 2. Finally, the last sprite I'm ranking is the 0 Point sprite. Also heavily rare, this sprite is going into C tier. This sprite spawns a shield bubble around you whenever you heal. In my opinion, this would work way much better in 0 build. In builds, this thing would be somewhat useless because your builds would give you way much more cover than a shield bubble. That is mostly because builds are harder to get inside of than a shield bubble because people can just walk inside of the bubble like it's nothing. But the shield bubble is bulletproof, so you can't get hit from outside of the shield bubble. Overall, it's really debatable on what people would prefer, builds or bubbles. Those were all of the sprites that are in Fortnite right now. Hopefully more come out soon so that I can rank some more sprites and have more pilots for my Guardian. I hope you guys liked the video. I am planning on doing more content like this soon, so stay tuned. Anyways, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.